Welcome in. It's Quick Picks on a Wednesday.
Early
Quick Picks on a Wednesday. Obviously, Brandon is not here. Not because he did not choose to be here like the last couple of days, but he's doing mostly. Apparently had a migraine from being out in the sun and golfing. But we are here, and we are here to give you some picks. Not a whole lot to choose from, Jay. I had to dig deep in my bag.
The W starts in 30 minutes.
30.
And there's a 5-game slate in the WNBA today. MLB, obviously on All-Star break. No games today, no games tomorrow. We actually probably shouldn't do a show tomorrow. There's WNBA All-Star festivities begin tomorrow. There's no MLB tomorrow.
So we maybe just no show tomorrow. Okay, cool. Love that.
Baseball is back on Friday, so we'll be back in action for that. But let's get it going. 5-game slate in the WNBA today. It's all day. All day.
And you guys know I don't usually bet the W, so mine is going to be pretty short and sweet. I'm taking Aaliyah Boston, 26-plus points, rebounds, and assists. She has not covered this in her last 2 games, but before that, she soared over this number in 4 out of her last 5. Again, this just shows me she's probably due. Che said Caitlin Clark is out. So that's what I got. I got Aaliyah Boston, 26-plus points, rebounds, and assists. Let's go, ladies.
So a lot of, sports heads were watching the All-Star game last night. Great. What did you think of the swing-off?
I did not get to watch. I got stuck in the Charlotte airport. My flight got canceled. Was not a lot of fun.
All right. Well, some are saying that's the best game ever. Kyle Shore with an incredible performance, especially in the swing-off. A lot of people were watching that. I was watching the W last night. I was locked in. We had Fever, Connecticut Sun. I have a future on the Connecticut Sun under 9.5 wins. And they kept it close. I had the Fever -9 in the first half. They were up by, I think it was 9 or 10, or they're up by 9 with like 5 minutes left in the first half. Gave up 10 a run. That was the leg that I actually ended up selling the parlay. But Caitlin Clark, not a great game for the first 36 minutes and then took over the last 4 minutes, unfortunately, on her last assist of the game, which was a beautiful backdoor cut to, I believe it's Kelsey Mitchell maybe. She got hurt, and it was a groin injury, a groin she had hurt before that she'd come back from. So I would anticipate her missing some time. They are playing again today, so it's a back-to-back. It's an early game, too. So I would anticipate Caitlin Clark being out today and out for a couple games. I haven't seen that officially been announced yet, but I would anticipate her being out. Now, I am interested in the Chicago Sky. My other futures on the Chicago Sky over wins. They are shorthanded today, and I do not love their chances. Angel Reese is out. Leg injury. She was a game-time decision before this. There are some chatter. Maybe she's resting up for the All-Star game or All-Star weekend. Let's see. Hopefully she shows out and continues to grow the game. She's obviously a big figure in the WNBA, rating Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Has been playing very well as of late.
Some people would hate to see that she's been playing well as of late. Some people, not me, but some people hate to see her playing well.
I mean, the Angel Reese hate is, I'm going to be honest. I'm an Angel Reese fan. Some of it she brings onto herself.
Yeah, it's the villain arc.
It's good to, and I don't pit her against Caitlin Clark as like they had that moment in the national title game a couple years ago, and with the tapping the finger with the ring, like, hey, that's fine.
That's what we do. That's what we do at LSU.
I don't view them as like major rivals in the WNBA. The Chicago Sky are, as a Chicago Sky fan, they're not a great team. The Fever usually have been a decent team. They are not great. They're like kind of right around the playoff cutoff line. We'll see if they can get into the playoffs, especially if Caitlin Clark is missing a couple games. Hopefully they can pull through. But I don't necessarily view them as like a Larry Bird, Magic Johnson thing. Angel Reese hasn't been, Caitlin Clark has been as advertised and great. Angel Reese has been very good the last 12 games.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard once you get into that like pro athlete level to really have like a rival. Yeah, your teams could be rivals, but like whenever those two were playing to win a national title, it was those two names were the most highlighted spoken names in sports at that time.
Yep.
And that's when they were rivals. They were against each other to be the best player to win a national title.
Yep.
Now they're just making fucking money and playing ball.
They
don't have to be rivals.
They are both the best players on each of their teams. I think it's fair to say Angel Reese is the best player on the Chicago Sky. I think she's better than Cardoza. Rachel Banham's a nice player, but nowhere near the caliber of Angel Reese. Angel Reese is a good WNBA player. Caitlin Clark is a transcendent basketball player. So as a Sky fan, I think it's safe to admit. I don't know anyone that is serious about basketball that's saying Angel Reese is a better basketball player than Caitlin Clark. That's silly. She's still a good player. Both those things can be true. That whole
you could say she's also just more fun. Just like general, like villains are fun. They're fun to watch. They're fun to watch like go down. Their ups, their downs, their ebbs, their flows. Like you're always good. It's not that fun.
She's a personality for sure. Like she is I appreciate her leaning into the Me Bounds thing with the Me Bounds sweatshirt and all that stuff. Side note, she's been a lot better. I think she's 12 percentage points higher than she was the first 9 games of the season, the last 12. So a surprising thing, you see the clips from like the Hater Report and, all these, outlets online that show, Angel Reese terrible turnover, Angel Reese airball on, a shot. That happens to everybody. Hers are just getting more publicly shined on. She makes a lot of great plays. She had some NBA caliber plays as far as, hezzy pull up mid-range. Like she is a good basketball player. That being said, she's out today, and my favorite prop is another member of the Sky to step up. It's Rachel Banham, who's, and this isn't why I picked it, but her birthday was yesterday.
Ooh, birthday pick.
Over 2.5 3-pointers made. She's done this in her last 7 games. I believe she's done this 5 times, but she's shooting the ball way more from 3. She's shooting it about 7.3 times per game over her last 7, making it about a 3.3 clip. I like Rachel Banham today in a game where Chicago is going to need scoring. Ariel Atkins, who's probably their most natural scorer at the 2-guard position, is out. Angel Reese, who can both score and make plays, is out. Cardoza has a tough matchup. She's going against Brittany Griner. I think points are going to come from Becca Allen and from Kia Nurse and from Rachel Banham. So I like Rachel Banham to knock down 3+ 3-pointers. And I don't hate if you take Rachel Banham to lead the game in scoring. She is 12-1 right now.
WNBA Che, that's what you got. Lots of stats. He is just chock full of stats and data. We do need a play from the chat though, which we did forget to ask about in the beginning of the show. So hopefully, chat, you've just been spamming Luke with winners. Luke, do we have any winning spam in the chat?
No.
Oh.
They're late notice. So
late notice on the chat.
Okay.
Che, do you want to maybe put your 12-1 in there? See if we can't.
No, it's not parlayable with that because we're in that game already.
We should just go with the GOAT Paige Beckers though.
What Paige Becker's prop?
30+ PRA coming in at +155.
That'll make
the Aces' bad defense.
You like? I mean, you're an Aces guy.
This is Luke's pick.
Defense.
This is Luke's pick.
All right, Lukey, what do you got? So it's 30+.
30+ coming in at +155.
You don't even want to go with the standard line of 27+. We're going 30+.
Yeah, just
All right.
parlay.
All
right, let's do it.
So we have Aaliyah Boston, 26+ points, rebounds, and assists. You have
Rachel Banham over 2.5 3-pointers.
And then Becker's 30+ points, rebounds, and assists, and that pays at
plus 810.
8:10 on a Wednesday. 8:10.
Hold on. You know what? We could do.
What, Jay?
There's a WNBA profit boost, but you need 4 legs.
Oh.
I hate to do it because I love the Sky, but if we just put in Atlanta Dream money line, it brings it to plus 958, and then we can boost it 33%.
Let's do it.
So we can it'll take it to plus 1275 without it, or we can add in.
Nope, 1275 sounds fantastic.
We also just got a Storm money line chat play that's at home minus 225.
Against the Valkyrie, really?
Struggle on the road. I think going into that game against the Mercury, which they lost, they were 9-3 at home, pushing them to 9-4 now. So I think that means they have 1 or 2 wins on the season on the road.
Okay. Let's go with that. Let's go with the Seattle Storm on the road for the chat.
And then
that brings it with the boost to plus 16.15.
16.15.
Not bad.
Not bad
at all.
Not bad at all.
All right. That is, let me make sure. Yep. That is
It's
in the betting groups right now.
All right.
That starts soon. That starts in 20 minutes.
So if you want to get that parlay in, you have to go now. If you are not signed up for the Barstool or maybe the DraftKings Sportsbook, sign up now. There's plenty of offers. As Chase said, there is a profit boost on the WNBA tonight that we used on our parlay. 4 legs brings us to 15-16.
16.15.
16-15. There goes my dyslexia again. And again, you can only do that at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Make sure you follow us in the Barstool betting group where you can just hit the little toggle button on the parlay. Do you need to opt in for that?
You got to opt in. You got to opt in for that. But we will get that graphic up shortly.
Very shortly.
Got WN all day today.
W on all day. Go bet the parlay. Turn your TVs on right now because the W is starting soon.
Yeah, and shout out to whoever dropped in the chat because now I don't have to root against the sky.
Yep, shout out chat. We will not be back tomorrow. No show tomorrow, but we might be back Friday.
Yeah, Friday we got baseball on.
Friday we got baseball on, so I will be back with a pick then. We will see you guys, and thanks for tuning in early to Quick Picks.
See you guys.